I was weary and achy, so I went for a walk on the beach. The sky seemed odd as I arrived at the beach. After a time, I began to feel strange, and my heart began to beat quite quickly. Suddenly, I felt a sharp ache in both my chest and my arm. I was terrified. I began to get up all at once, but the agony became even greater. There was no one around. I attempted to phone for help, but it was late at night, and the camping site where we were staying was a few kilometers away. I began to move fast in search of someone who could assist me. I made it through the yard and then climbed a modest small wall. I fainted and collapsed. It's my time. I'm dying, I told myself as I closed my eyes. I wasn't afraid any longer. I was weary of being unhappy all the time and of life. I relinquished control. I could feel the grass on the ground before I couldn't feel anything else. You are dying, so don't be afraid, said a voice in my thoughts. I began to see a really lovely white light, and I was pulled to it because it exuded joy. Then I saw glimpses from my past. I vividly saw images of both pleasant and unpleasant recollections. I wasn't simply seeing visuals or recalling memories. I was truly experiencing the events as if they were happening again. That voice described the awful or negative moments to me, and I understood. I recall feeling quite relieved when that voice stated, "You've done this, but I understand, so don't feel bad." That light I saw earlier was the one who spoke to me. I didn't see any deceased relatives or acquaintances. I knew the light was speaking to me. Then I felt boundless well-being. I had never experienced love like this before. I recall not caring about my physique at all. I didn't want to be without it any longer. I was relieved to be there, despite the fact that I had no idea where I was. I began to see a really lovely grass with stunning colors and complete serenity all around me. I felt like I was part of the earth, then the leaves, and finally the wind. Then I realized how much I missed my mom. Before I go, I want to greet her, I told myself. But the same voice warned me, your mother is going to suffer much as a result of this. I noticed her sobbing. My mother was not with us at the time since she was on vacation in Tuscany with my father. I didn't actually converse to the voice, yet it responded. I didn't feel compelled to speak. I knew that voice understood what I was saying. It isn't your time, it stated. You must leave. You must draw lessons from this event. Then I was in the light, and everything went dark. I felt like I was back inside my body. I could feel some roots from the earth contacting my arms and chest. Then I felt as if the roots were gently receding underground. When I opened my eyes, I realized I wasn't alone. At the same time, I was depressed. I wished I could be there with that brightness. I stood up and knew just what to do. I had to return to the camping site and my caravan. I took a step back. I awoke the next day oddly peaceful. I went to embrace my nieces and spend the day with them.